All right, so you sent this in, and it's a huge moment this week.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins ambushing Roman Reigns right before Raw,
Absolutely.
before their triple threat match.
Yeah.
I think it's the kind of thing that you watch and you just think, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah, what does this mean?
Like, what is this? What does this mean? And, you're looking for more than just, like, the surface level.
Sure.
What happened? We're going to dive deep into this.
You want to understand, like, the why. Why would this happen?
Yeah.
And I think the information you sent really captures the unexpected nature of this.
Reigns caught totally off guard.
Yeah.
In the ring,
Mm-hmm.
the attack being described as explosive and ruthless.
Yeah, just a wild scene.
Yeah, and it's a scene that really does instantly raise a ton of questions.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think, just looking at the immediate buzz, it's shock, and it's also this sort of captivated feeling. This wasn't just some...
Right, wasn't just an interruption.
An interruption, yeah. So the big questions for you, I'm sure, are...
Sure.
How does this now shift the dynamic going into this triple threat match?
Right.
Has Rollins now gained an edge, or has he just, like...
Poked the bear.
Woke up this monster, and then... What about Rollins' headspace, right?
Yeah.
Is this just pure, unadulterated desperation for that championship? Or is there like a deeper strategy at play here?
Strategy going on. Is he signaling like a whole new level of intensity?
Yeah. And I think what's really fascinating about this is how quickly the narrative around these events gets sensationalized. The news outlets,
right?
They're going to jump on the drama.
Of course.
The attention-grabbing headlines.
Sure.
But I think you're right.
Yeah.
A deeper understanding of the motivations.
And the potential lessons.
Yeah.
Often get sidelined and all that.
Totally. And that's what we're here to do, right?
Absolutely.
So, putting aside that immediate,
the can you believe it factor.
Can you believe it factor, right?
Yeah.
What can we glean from this moment that goes beyond, just the surface excitement?
Right.
As someone who's looking for deeper insights, what might you take away?
Well, I think you have to consider that in a high-stakes situation.
Okay.
Particularly when you're facing someone who has a perceived power imbalance. A disruptive action like this can be a very deliberate tactic.
Okay.
It's about unsettling your opponent psychologically.
Interesting.
Forcing them to react. Maybe throwing them off their game plan.
Okay.
You think about historical examples in competitive fields where an unexpected move totally altered the trajectory of whatever was happening. Yeah. It happens all the time.
So it's not just physicality, it's a mental disruption.
Right.
It's seizing this moment.
Absolutely.
Even if it means breaking with kind of the established norms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it really highlights a willingness to push boundaries.
Okay.
And I think what's really key is that Rollins is sending a very clear message here.
Yeah.
And understanding that message is key.
Yeah.
What does it communicate about his mindset?
Yeah.
About his approach to this match?
Right.
Which is so crucial.
And this is all about what you're trying to do right.
Yeah.
You're trying to get those aha moments.
Absolutely.
And this isn't just, wrestling theatrics. This is an actual case study in competitive dynamics.
In the real world.
Why might someone resort to these tactics?
Right.
What does this tell us about the pressures of high stakes?
Yeah.
And the drive to succeed?
Yeah. And I think the core takeaway here is to look beyond the immediate action and analyze the underlying strategy. Rollins' ambush isn't just a shocking clip to watch and be like, oh my God, what happened?
Right.
It's a data point that raises all of these important questions about how individuals and organizations try to disrupt the established order of things, to seize opportunity in unconventional ways.
So as you follow the fallout from this, think about how often you see similar disruptions in other areas of life.
Right.
In business and innovation, even in personal endeavors.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are those driving forces behind those moments? And do the initial explanations, the ones that are often very sensationalized, do they always capture the full story?
That's the question.
Is there a deeper strategy, a deeper motivation that you have to kind of uncover if you're looking beyond just the headlines?
Right.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great.
All right. Talk soon.
Sounds good.
See ya.